RMJ movie reviews back again with an on-the-fly movie review of Ant-Man and the Wasp. Well, um, I was a fan of the first Ant-Man movie. I wasn't that familiar with the character. I kind of vaguely remember. I think I could be wrong. For all of us old guys in our mid late 30s, did Ant-Man appear on an episode of Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends from the 80s? I could be wrong, but I think I vaguely remember hearing something about that character on that show, vaguely. But either way, when I heard they were making an Ant-Man movie, at this point now, they're pulling out, they're having no stops with pulling out all the Marvel characters, and I'm game. And I've been a big fan of Paul Rudd all the way back to Halloween: The Curse of Michael Myers when he was Paul Stephen Rudd. Because if you guys can find my Curse of Michael Myers review, I saw Halloween: The Curse of Michael Myers the first night it came out theatrically in 1995 when I was 14. So I know Paul Rudd all the way back from when he did that and when he did Clueless. And there was another movie. I can't remember what it was called. It used to come on Cinemax back in the late 90s. Delivery Mail, something. You guys can IMDb his filmography. It's on there. But either way, I really enjoyed this film. It was a very nice change of pace from Avengers Infinity War, which Avengers Infinity War was great. But it was nice to see like a smaller, simpler, just really fun movie. Like everybody said, the first picture was a heist movie. This one was kind of more of this was kind of more along the lines of that. Maybe kind of espionage is too big of a word, but it's along the same lines of like not really so much a heist movie, but like you're stealing something, trying to get it back, and everybody's trying to get it. I don't know what you call that, but that's what this movie is, and it was really a lot of fun. One thing I will say is that I think this time around, I don't think the jokes landed as much. I kind of felt Paul Rudd was fun here, but he wasn't 40-year-old virgin fun in this movie. Like, I mean, I understand he's not supposed to be that raunchy, but I kind of felt like his I don't know, his jokes didn't land as much as I remember in the first one. But then again, I've only seen the first one once. But still enjoyable. It was nice to see Michael Douglas back again. And this is like nuts what they do with these old school actors like Fishburne, Michelle Pfeiffer, Catwoman. It was nice to see her back again. Like Michelle Pfeiffer and Michael Douglas. And when they do these digital things to make them look younger, it's pretty bizarre. Like when I saw Michelle Pfeiffer, it was like, and then when I saw they made Fishburne look, I don't know if they did as much work on Fishburne, they look like they just kind of threw a hairpiece on him and blushed up some really nice makeup for his skin. And I don't know if they digitally redid him, but Michael Douglas, good Lord. I mean, when I saw what they did to him with the digital thing, it wasn't like Jeff Bridges' Tron Legacy, but it was kind of, I felt like I was watching like Black Rain, or felt like I was watching Fatal Attraction. I mean, like, it was like that young Michael Douglas from back in the 80s. It was a trip. Like, I was like, what the hell am I in the Twilight Zone? It was really weird. But it was really fun. I've heard people say issues about the Marvel villains until Thanos not being like the most meanest and strong. I mean, for this type of movie, Ant-Man is a little bit more lighter fare, so it didn't have to be as strong a villain as say Michael Keaton in Spider-Man: Homecoming, or any of some of the other Marvel movies where the villains might be a little bit more harder. That was okay here. I was fine with that. The villains are villainous enough, and they're fine. If there was only one issue I had with the film, I felt that maybe the movie might have been a little bit too long. I'm kind of, I grew up on 80s and 90s movies, and I grew up especially on 80s movies. You're talking max hour 40 minutes, and I kind of wish a little bit that movies would go back to the hour and 40-minute mark. I do not think there is any reason why these movies should be this long, because they start to reach a point where it's like, okay, because I kind of felt like here, I enjoyed the movie all the way through. I enjoyed everybody's performances. I enjoyed the lightness of it, but it kind of got to a point where, like in the third act and middle act, I was kind of like, okay, we need to, we can cut some snippets here. This should be shortened. So I think they need to start taking about maybe 10 minutes off these movies. I don't think they have to be this long. Maybe longest hour 45, but I just think 2 hours plus, it's just not needed, in my opinion. I don't think the stories merit the movies to be that long. But I understand they're throwing all this money at it, so they want to make it as long as possible. But it was fun, and it was light. And seeing that Avengers Infinity Wars was so heavy and it ended heavy. And another thing too, of course, this movie's before Infinity Wars, so I believe it's right after Civil War. So that's why Ant-Man didn't show up, because he was on house arrest. But I think it was a fun flick. You know what I mean? It was a really fun movie. I really enjoyed it all the way from top to bottom. And as far as the add-ons at the end of the movie, with the after credit sequence, I'm not going to give it away, but it definitely leads into more things to come. And those of you who have seen the Marvel movies will understand that. But on that note, it was a lot of fun. Thumbs up the video, subscribe to the channel, share the video. Don't forget to hit the little bell, and leave comments down below about Ant-Man and the Wasp. RMJ Movie Reviews. I'll see you guys soon.